Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mad Rat Dead. I will be your host for this evening, and we're going to get into some juicy plot. Excuse me for a second. Hey!
You! Get the hell out of me!
Never. Not going to happen. Don't you remember? I live in your head.
Oh yeah? Where's rent?
In your ass. I'm joking.
In your ass!
Already paid it. The chance for a redo. But now what? Dying for your heart? Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Unbelievable.
Ba-bum.
She's literally going full on Harley at this point.
I realized something.
What's that?
How to use the life of a simple lab rat.
Aren't you just doing the same thing as a human? As that human? Excuse me. I swear I need to read better.
No, I'm not. I chose this.
You accepted heart as a part of you. To make your wish come true. Why? Why won't you do the same for me? Pretty please with a cherry on top.
The sole difference between you two is whether I can live with you. Give it up! I'll never die for the sake of your dream!
How dare you say that, you rat!
I'm Mad Rat, trademark. A rat that's gone completely mad! You can never stop us!
Pause your chest. Remember the beat. And play along with it.
And like, who's she to speak? She's the rat god.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Mad Rat.
Hey, Hart! Was that really necessary?
I mean, I still don't want I still don't want you to die, but at the same time, I do enjoy slapping you whenever plot demands it.
Alright then. We're on the same page.
Surprisingly, only half of the same page.
Still counts. And it's enough for me. Well then, let's get out of here.
Kind of a yeah. Let's find our way out of this place. Random time to be thinking of it, but I do like the sound effects they use for everyone's like speech bubbles.
Oh yeah, it's all fun and good.
Gives them character.
It kind of helps the fact that this game has no voice
What's our
acting.
final music track?
What was that, Icky?
So what's our final music track?
Heartless Being, and this one pulls no punches.
Oh, goodness.
Another one of my favorite songs in the game, if I can believe that.
I mean, it's befitting for a final stage.
And I noticed that
jeez.
part just before it sped up. It even actually started to like have some jazz beats in there, like jazz rhythms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it kinda
really
does.
interesting, like the... I don't know what it is, but I've heard it in a bunch of songs before as like a sample.
Dun 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 or whatever. Or,
Oh, jeez.
Like that.
it's like a. I don't think it's not triplets. It's something that
Triplets.
you know. It's a name. It's a word for it, but
It's a Dane.
it's a dang.
It's a dang
Music's
name.
breaking up the xylophone.
This has, in all, this has been a really fun little like journey.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I took the time to, play this maddening song for a second time to make it all happen.
Oh,
So how hard
it
is
moves
this
so
final song,
fast.
would you say?
It looked like he just did like a fast backwards homing attack there.
Swan dive.
Yeah.
A little swan dive at the same kind of speed whenever Mega Man drops off those platforms from the Gutsman stage.
Yeah, no, the ones that. Oh, jeez. Oh, Walter. Yeah, the ones that drop that spike you into the ground.
I've already said it countless times. I'll say it again to prove the point. These levels are easily some of the most bullshit.
I mean, it's the final
Well-
stage of the game, is it not?
I mean, I guess I don't know if I can outright call it horseshit, considering the fact that it is mostly my own nerves. That's kind of a weakness, but at the same time, it's like they expect you to go at ludicrous. Like you have to have the dexterity of freaking Barry Allen in order to make all this perfect.
They look very hard, and I would definitely say that the ultimate challenge to this is I cannot imagine like the amount of reflexes that you would need to be able to like really pull off like a perfect combo with no mess ups.
Oh yeah, no, there's shit like that, which you could definitely make an argument like, no, that's kind of horse shit.
Like, how would you have known that would have fallen on you until it already fell on you?
Yeah,
Unless-
seriously, like
unless-
you cannot fucking stop.
And I can't
Hey,
even
I
make
have a question.
What's
Yeah.
up?
Did they, like, give you a longer timer for this stage, considering how difficult it is?
I think they did. I honestly don't. I honestly usually don't pay attention to the time limit because, for the most part, it is extremely freaking generous. But wait till we get to the last stage where that shit's actually gonna matter.
Okay. I was gonna say, and for anybody wondering, like, I can't even make the argument of, well, you should just always be moving, you know, assuming that something's gonna land on your head. But there have been times where the right thing to do was actually wait, not just constantly move forward. Otherwise, you'll hit stuff. And also, you know, we have auto scroll sections like this where we basically have to follow this moving platform.
Yeah, and then there's this.
Ugh,
You know what I think would help, though? If there were either an audio or a visual cue to notify the player that, you know, outside of just looking at the bar down there, the rhythm would change. Like, the actual tempo of the beats.
I could see something where, like, maybe, like, similar to, like, the Beat Block Highway in 3D World, have, like, an audio, like, beep, beep, boop, if it's about to, like, get, like, slower, and then boop, boop, beep, if it's about to get faster.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, see how it went from, moderately slow to fast right there? Like, during the gameplay, I wouldn't be paying attention to the bar. I would be paying attention to the surroundings and the obstacle goals coming up.
Right.
Like, hey.
Part of me can see that for like the sake of an easy mode, but at the same time, it would be kind of a true. What am I trying to say? It would sort of kind of get in the way of the music that's playing right now.
Yeah, but
That
even
being said, though,
still,
this
it's
is the-
also a matter of being conducive and accessible to players.
That being said, though, the music is really nice, and this is actually, this does look really cool.
This feels like a final stage.
It does, which
This
is funny
still-
because it's technically isn't even the final stage.
That when I
What's the
first
final
even
regular stage?
I
Well,
know
it's the final regular stage, yes, because after this is when we have our boss fight. It just no, that boss fight is just ugh. More on that later.
Okay, but I mean, yeah,
Easily
even,
the worst thing in the game.
damn,
Gotcha.
yeah, even
Eh.
so, from what I, oh my god, there.
Damn it.
What happened there?
That was a cheap shot.
Oh, he didn't attack. He dashed right into it instead.
I will say that's another thing. I kind of wish when you're doing when you're doing that little dash attack, that long, the charged up dash there. I wish
Yeah.
that also counted as an attack.
'Cause it's like a spin
Yeah.
ball or a spin
Like
dash.
it totally looks like something where Mad Rat should do massive damage.
This should
Right, it's like
at
a-
least be a matter of hitting the top half of the enemy.
Right.
Or something like that. Yeah, like you said, it looked like it, or like I was saying, like it looks like Sonic Spin Dash, so it looks like it should be able to do something, but
Yeah.
just not to the. If there were spikes on the side, that would make sense. But, jeez. But yeah, no. That being said, this still has been a really cool game, and even from that first trailer, like this looked like a nice, unique, bit of a fun blend for this year.
One thing I will definitely say regarding Mad Rat Dead's advertising is that maybe it's just me, but I kind of feel like the trailers didn't quite do the best job of it and showcasing just how spot on the rhythm in this game can really be.
I mean, to be fair, I never saw a commercial for this game at all, so...
Well, I mean, I'm just talking about like trailers that popped up, like whether it be on Sony's YouTube channel or their an IS's own.
I suppose
Yeah.
so. But even then, I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, Mad Rat Dead really didn't get that much advertising. I guess that's partly the reason why at this point it's more or less going to be a sleeper hit coming from them.
Yeah.
That's
So I
shame.
do
We
hope
did
that
it.
in Disgaea 6 they make Mad Rat a secret, like a post-game playable character.
I wouldn't mind if they had a Mad Rat character in Disgaea.
And imagine Mad Rat in 3D!
Ah, shit.
Poor crazy little rat.
Look who's talking.
You can't accept your fate.
I'm Mad Rat.
I can
I'm
say
done
that.
living I'll die with heart. Sorry.
I'm
was
so
about to say
sorry. I
Mad
didn't mean to
Rat.
interrupt you.
I didn't know you had said this. I was just saying I'm Mad Rat, marketable plushie.
So, true to form, final boss time, and it's with the Rat God.
Hey, Rat God, why are you inside Mad Rat?
It's just instinct. I have to live in rats so I can live.
But if I get eaten, wouldn't you die too?
I don't care. That's how we leave our seed, our mark on the world.
And you're alright with that?
I was just born like this.
Ergo, she's a parasite.
Fighting against my nature is meaningless.
If you were born, are you a creature like us?
How are you able to turn back time then?
Rats can't do that.
Huh?
Many creatures can turn back time to get what they want.
No. I don't think that's
You
right.
just aren't aware.
Just like us.
If only we're that simple.
We just do everything we can in order to live. We'll even turn back time for it.
Sorry, it's the Mystery Inc. No. I don't think that's right.
It's all to continue our existence. We must live. We are living. You have no right to get in my way since you've given up.
And now her true colors
Oh.
are revealed.
I will make sure you relive your last day over and over again
Also, notice all the little squeaking in the background.
until you find a happy ending in the mouth of a cat.
I don't want to live if it means sacrificing the life of my friend.
Yeah, the squeaking, the rats. Listen up, parasite. It isn't so easy to control Mad Rat. Trust me, I've tried.
We'll show you.
Also, wow, interesting. Her wings now look
Fate
more like
don't
that of
matter.
It looks more like the wings of a locust.
Yeah, kind
Mad
of.
rat, die.
Die.
Just die already. I'm so
This is
sick
one
of
of the
you
great-
and your trademarking corporation.
So yeah, this fight right here is where shit literally hits the fan, both in its music and the gameplay.
It's a crazy.
Also-
it is a.
If you look closely at her tail, you can see it's actually segmented.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's absolutely just some insect thing, and yeah, if you listen closely, this is a much more. This is now actually like we were talking about the bookends. This is a more insane version of the tutorial song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of the cheery cartoony rat squeaking you heard, now we have realistic rat squeaking.
Creepy.
Oh yeah.
Well, they decided to play it anyway.
I kind of have the music toned down, so I can't really hear the realistic mice.
But I'll listen to that. But yeah, that's yeah. So I don't know if they've actually fully introduced. I don't know if they fully explained it, but with the whole leaving her mark. So Rat God living in all of the rats. This needs to. Oh, nice.
You got one hit.
Basically, her kind have to literally live inside rats' heads and then guide them to kill themselves.
And check it out, she's
why?
actually getting a little bit holy over there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's exactly how her kind reproduces.
Oh, because then it branches off to become okay.
I could be mistaken, but I think the type of parasite she is supposed to be loosely based on an actual parasite, but I could be wrong on that.
I don't
I
know
actually have
because
the TV Trips page out if I wanna. I mean, if you want me to explain.
well, this boss fight's gonna take a little bit, so go for it.
Go right ahead. Also, this bit right here,
Okay,
actually.
under seldom seen species, the type of parasite she isn't specified, but is heavily implied to be Toxoplasma gondii, a parasite that's incredibly common in real life, but rarely if ever used in fictional works, let alone as a character.
Until
Right.
now.
Thank you, Bad Rat Dad.
Oh,
So what is
She's
so what is
essentially-
it?
Like, you know the concept of cordyceps, yeah?
Yes. But for those wondering, it's the kind of it's that mushroom fungus thing that would like
Oh,
live in
wait.
an
And
insect.
that
Oh,
is her
her
true
real form.
Oh,
Yep, that's what she really looks like.
she is a virus. But yeah, so if those wondering, cordyceps is like this thing where like it's a fungus that will like infect an insect and basically turn into a zombie thing to basically do things it would not normally do in order to promote the fungus living.
to scatter its spores to even more ants.
Right.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those that caught on, that is more or less what freaking Naughty Dog used as the basis for Last of Us.
No, but I mean, but that makes sense. Like it's a fun. I mean, and Resident Evil 7 did something similar with its own fungus like mold thing. And,
Yeah.
oh, got it.
Disgusting, ain't it?
It is. Also, notice that our timer is actually pretty freaking big this time around.
yeah, it
It's
is.
at
I noticed.
999 to start with.
Yep, but like I said before, the timer is usually generous in this game up until this boss fight, because you need every single step.
Every single
So-
second, you mean?
So I'm gonna be honest and say something that I don't agree with this boss design. Then, James, and I agree with you that it could be bullshit. Is because there's this whole like phase, and you don't know how many. We don't know exactly how many hits it's gonna take until we get her, except for that gold lure left, which says we're about maybe almost halfway there. So the issue is that imagine if James died enough times right now that maybe his timer got to like less than like 200 or 300 seconds, and then he played perfectly. It's possible that he would have then wasted those 200 to 300 counts, because by that point, it is definitely possible to, if you fail enough times in the early phases of this boss, to reach what some people in the gaming industry have called dead man walking, where you're still playing even though you, the player, may not realize that there is no way you can win right now unless you were to restart the level to get your time back.
You know what I think they should have done for the bosses, like especially this one? Not have a time limit at all.
I feel that could. I mean, I'm mixed on that, because I mean, if you're gonna deal with claustrophobic spaces like this, I can agree with that. But I think again, like, the biggest problem with the boss fights in Mad Red Dead is that you are primarily confined to a very enclosed space, and that's where the game falters the most. Because Mad Red is mostly built for the sake of traversal,
Right.
and if you can't do much of it, then you're kind of stuck.
Okay,
like,
well,
with
if nothing else, it makes it less. If nothing else, it would at least help make it a little less stressful.
I guess.
Wow. I would argue like even before the timer thingy, I agree with James in that if they wanted to fix the bosses, they would have to start a little bit like, whoa, they need to start, and nice. If they want to fix the bosses, they need to start like from the ground up. They need to not make them arenas. They need to make them like levels, like
On
the cat
stages.
boss.
Yeah, again, just like the fight we had with the Black Cat, that was perfect. That's exactly how the bosses should have been. Just a typical romp through a level while having this random opposition constantly getting in the way.
Right.
Perfect.
So that in a sense, the boss levels aren't that different from normal levels. It's just what changes is the obstacle you're fighting.
Exactly.
So in
And I mean,
terms
I'll give credit where it's due. Like the rat ghost we dealt with in Chapter 2, that it was on the right path, but you still had to deal with mostly enclosed spaces.
Right.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you had to deal with the Black Cat's levels when you're going up those rafts, but those rafts were still going. Like, they were still moving, and well, I'd say you had enough leeway with that one, but anyway.
Right. Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
You can
I
do
gotta
this.
say, this parasite's really working us out here.
Yeah.
I will say, though, you've noticed how much I've been fucking up in this entire level, but even then, I mean, it's kind of funny because I have never got a game over in this game.
Not
so
once?
Not
Not
once?
once.
Oh,
So
okay.
it should really stand as a testament to how much leeway you really do have with the timer. Even if, especially with this boss, it gets uncomfortably close.
Right. We got okay, but it looks like we're on the final push now. We can get one more hit on her.
Oh yeah, we're almost done.
One more hit on her true form, anyway.
Right.
So it's safe
So,
to say that all the nightmares that we've dealt with throughout the game were just...
Our byproduct of the rat god, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. This has been a really unique story for me.
yeah.
I
Like I,
guess
said,
also.
it gives me big Disgaea 1 vibes in terms
I
of
guess-
character design.
I guess since we are getting to the end of the story and we have credits and other cutscenes, Icky, since you more or less joined us like on a whim, not knowing anything about this at the time, what did you think about Mad Rat Dead?
I think it looks like a fun game. It's just that, as a one-off, I feel like there are improvements they can make for a supposed sequel, if they ever have that planned down the pipeline. Plus, I like the idea of Mad Rat as a character, being literally a Frankenstein rat with a talking heart.
Though, with that said, I would love to see a sequel to Mad Rat Dead, but they clearly can't continue from this story. Like, this is completely self-contained.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have to be like maybe a success. It have to be like a successor with a new character and stuff.
Hell, make it this guy's spin-off for all I care with his exact gameplay setup.
Yeah, because honestly,
What about Mad Cat Dead?
like, I do agree that probably would be for the best, and, like, I don't know, like I said, it kind of reminds me of the thing that I had with Alice Madness Returns in a sense of, like, from a gameplay standpoint, it was perfectly fine. In fact, in many ways, an improvement. From a story standpoint, it really had no reason to exist.
Yeah, like they just retconned it, honestly.
Wait, what's this we're talking about?
Alice Madness
Madness.
Returns.
Madness Returns.
Oh, yeah, that.
The creepy one.
I like Madness Returns.
No, I'm
Yeah,
saying
but
like
I'm not
gameplay's
saying it's
fine,
bad,
but
it's
story-wise, it just. But like story-wise, it just didn't feel like it needed to exist in a sense of like the first
Oh,
game's story was
self-contained.
perfect.
Oh yeah. Now, granted, I am still looking forward to Asylum, which will be a prequel.
Now, you said that Madness Returns is a sequel, right? Or is it
Correct.
a
Yeah,
It's a sequel.
it's a sequel. I wouldn't be surprised if it started off as a remake, though.
At some point, maybe.
Yeah, there
but-
were some things
Oh,
that were retconned from the first game, which kind of were a little bit flat.
Iffy.
By the way, I hate to, bring up the tension, but notice where our counter is at the moment.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
no! Oh
We have to
no!
hurry.
Almost out of time.
and we're only at the final part of the goal, it seems.
Oh, it even said hurry up!
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, no, when you're almost out of time, the game makes it very fucking clear.
I think you went
Now then, get those space Doritos. Hurry up!
one.
There we go.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Hurry up already, yeah?
Everything's on fire now.
You're going to die!
This does feel like the Wario Land 4, sections where you literally have to run, you have to beat the clock.
Throwing this out there, I would play a Wario rhythm game like Mad Rat Dead.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, sure.
There she
And
is.
oh my gosh, 58.
Come on, come on,
and-
come on, come on.
No,
come on.
Jason,
come
now's
here.
not the time. Now's not the time to be waiting for the music.
The moon stabbed
It's a
you.
good thing that we're standing here for a couple seconds.
Go!
Go!
There
There.
you go.
And gone.
Just half a minute, not even half a minute, more like just half 100 seconds to spare.
Oh wow.
It's tough to
Okay.
be a god. Playing with big stuff.
You
To
said
be a
it.
rat.
And that, we won.
Why? Why won't you listen to me?
The parasite.
You're going to die anyway. Can't you make my wish come true?
Nah.
I still love how it even has the comical, sad, dead eyes.
Yeah, with the X's.
It's just bad luck.
I mean, it's a bunch of eyeballs.
You chose the wrong rat as your host.
Me, have you heard? He's mad.
I can only live inside another. Nowhere else.
Well, sucks to be you.
This rat gave you the eviction notice.
In order to do so, I must lead a rat to be eaten by a cat. Is that really a sin? I only want to live.
Only to kill others?
I left that behind. I jumped off the wheel of fate. Farewell, my hallucination. I won't lie, it was fun. Living in that dreamland of yours.
So yeah,
Goodbye, Doctor.
Let's rewind then.
You really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Of course. I've got this, Heart. Trust me.
I do.
I do too.
one more pause on our chest moment
Put your paws to your chest.
Let's do it.
and rewind before the beginning.
Once upon a time.
There was a rat in a cage.
Story of my life.
Are we back? Ah. Heart, he isn't here.
Oh yeah, pay attention to how he's bopping around.
It's so quiet. Alright, I'm ready.
That's the normal bopping of a normal heartbeat.
Yep, because rats don't have fast heartbeats apparently, or at least this one doesn't.
Well,
Mice
and
do,
it's just
though.
this, and it's a simple. Doo-doo, doo-doo. It's a normal.
Granted, this rat's
tone.
dying, so.
True,
Well,
that's very true. And now he has to get up the hard way.
Ah, he can't climb.
Oh, he can't get out.
Gotta muster up the mustard.
I won't give up.
Keep climbing.
Sounds like he's about to lose his lunch.
Climb.
Come on, man.
Oh, he
did
got
this.
He got it.
I don't know by now.
He did it. Ah.
I
Aw.
saved myself.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Aw.
I didn't think getting out would be so easy.
Compared to just jumping out.
Why didn't I try before?
Because you weren't sick. Anyway,
Because you didn't care.
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you want to know what heart really looks like?
Sure.
The one-eyed creature.
Damn it. This is hard.
I mean, I had an idea given what its eye would look like.
I totally forgot how hard it was to move before heart.
Oh man, I got honey all over my legs.
Well, I should have known. I am dying after all.
So yeah, Heart this whole time was a cat.
Or something
Nah.
in a cage.
I hear something.
Music.
Mad Rat?
Heart?
Oh, because yeah, they both would remember what happened.
Are you really here, Heart?
That's right, because yeah, the potential. Yeah.
Hold on. I'll let you out.
Meow.
Do 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 do.
He's like, what was that?
Nothing.
Do 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 do. Hey, come on.
Scaredy cat.
Okay.
It was Garfield all along!
Cute.
It's me, Mad Rat. Heart.
Heart? You're a cat?
I couldn't tell you because you hate cats.
Aww.
Do,
Give him a
do,
hug.
do, 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 do. What you were
The hug of validation.
doesn't matter.
I love this.
You're still my heart.
Kodak moments are the best.
Yay.
I'm going to get you out.
What about you?
There's no way my body can keep up. Plus, I don't want you to see me die like this.
But
I've decided to trust you with everything. Telling the black cat not to eat rats, saving the girl.
because they gotta do that today.
Hmm.
All in
Can
one
you do
day.
it?
He's a cat on a mission.
Yeah. I've already seen it all with you.
Also notice he has no mouth.
Yep. Or no nose.
I believe in you.
And look at and knows the patch of fur on his chest.
Yep.
Don't be sad.
Okay.
Now, go, before the human comes.
All right.
Go, kitty,
Later.
go.
Goodbye, Mad Rat.
You better make it out of here.
Hurry before he starts
I will.
crying.
All those
Yeah.
little squeaks.
Thanks, heart of mine.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that ends our commentary on Mad Rat Dead.
Oh.
That was so sad, but so good.
How about some cheerful ragtime?
Go, kitty.
I mean, honestly, if this game had to end on any note, end it the way it does best.
With music.
Really good ragtime here.
So yeah, it was a heart transplant, and the whole thing just
It didn't work out, so I mean, why let that all go to waste?
Yeah,
Let the cat go free.
the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, after all.
this, just yeah, like this was not a story that I thought was gonna like get to me that much, like with its whole like noble sacrifice, but this was
I mean,
a
you're playing as
really-
Frankenstein's rat, so.
Well,
Also, I'm convinced at this moment that the black cat is supposed to show up, and Hard here is supposed to tell everything because we're gonna get another sequence like this, and the girl does show up.
yeah.
Oh,
So that's
good.
probably her talking. That's probably him talking to the cat, like, hey, hold up.
A part of me is convinced that might have been an error on the Switch port's end because, well, this game also did get released on PS4, so maybe it's fixed there. But
yeah, I was about to say, you probably should have checked that. I was going to chalk it up to the fact of, like, you see, that's what happens when you don't make an entire black cat.
yeah, that's true. I mean, granted, they could have just reused the same model as Hard here.
So since we're pretty much gonna be talking since we've been talking the whole thing, James, what did you think of this whole game?
It's kind of crazy because, I mean, I was looking forward to it just on the principle alone that it was just going to be a 2D platformer with a similar kind of gimmick to that of Nick Crypt and the Necrodancer or Cadence of Hyrule, to make a better example. And what I didn't expect out of it is that it really did have a story with Heart. Speaking of which, Heart's got one last thing to do.
What is he doing?
Oh no!
Really?
Do what he does best.
You're going back?
Just enough.
Mad Rat.
Hello?
Huh?
I'm back.
I did that.
Why'd you come back?
Because I hate Mondays, Mad Rat.
Man, Brad, will you make my wish come true?
I mean, yeah, he doesn't owe him that much.
What's your wish?
I want to stay with you just a little longer. Can I?
I'm lonely.
Jordy, it's okay.
I can't.
Will you carry me? I am pretty heavy.
I'm so sorry. I read it as something else.
Of course, of course I'll carry you, Mad Rat.
I really didn't want you to see me die.
I'm used to seeing you die already.
Yeah, that's true.
Just look at that final boss.
Oh, wait, take the emotion out of us.
Fine. I'll make your wish come true.
Yay!
And so,
Let's go, Mad Rat.
Hart carries him till his up.
Yeah, let's do it, partner.
And so, he carried him all the way to his death.
Aww.
Which, I mean, hey, what are friends for other than yeah, you get what I mean. It's
I
your
know,
typical friendship message.
Yeah.
They're heartfelt friends to the very end.
Also, since we beat the game, Hart joins us in the title screen.
Aww.
Oh.
Which makes me think that they're going to end up in another NIS game.
It would be interesting.
Maybe.
Well, think of it this way: we don't see them die after that.
If there ever is a Mad Rat Dead sequel, I know Mad Rat's not going to be part of it because, you know.
He died.
Then make it Mad Cat.
I mean, yeah, just let Hart be the protagonist.
I
Yeah,
can see that.
give him the pair of gloves and like a little scarf.
Just, yeah. Time will tell if this ever does get any sort of following, because again, this is. As much as I really wanted to, I don't think this game sold that much to begin with. Like, at most, it's like a sleeper hit.
It's a niche thing.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's completely niche.
So,
To be fair, you
Jo-
can say the same thing for a lot of NIS's games, but that doesn't
Right.
really stop.
So, Jordy, what did you think of this?
Honestly, I loved it. I love the music. I love the art direction and the story. And I was just completely blown away, even if I did get spoiled. I wasn't expecting to feel so much emotion by the end. Man, I want to see more stories like that, honestly. Not just in video games, but in general. I miss that.
We need the good 5 games.
It's an old art form that kind of disappeared in the 90s and is making a slow resurgence.
Yeah.
And I'm glad about that.
The 2.
And,
You know,
yeah.
speaking of game with a heartfelt narrative, Iki,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do this guy for us?
When am I going to do this guy for you guys?
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, with all that going on, Hype, what did you think of this, grand adventure we went on?
I didn't expect to get as, enamored with it as I am. It's like, I don't know if I'll get the game for myself because, from a gameplay standpoint, it seems like it'd be asking too much for someone like me in terms of, just the gameplay itself. I don't think I do really good with how, fast-paced and, attention-heavy it is with, also staying in beat and whatnot. But I will say, I am glad I stuck around for, the presentation and narrative. It's a very oddly... in spite of first impressions, an oddly fascinating story. I do like these characters. The music, of course, is really good, and I'm just glad to have been able to see it.
Yeah.
Glad to hear. And I mean, I think I've said this before and I'll say it again. For those that are, might be a little doubtful of if they'll about the game in terms of the overall gameplay, both the PS4 and Switch versions do have a free demo that you can download.
Alright.
So, yeah, that said, it's kind of funny that this started off as a look at, not even that long ago, and here we are already doing a commentary of it, and with more or less passed with flying colors. This is definitely going to be one I'll be looking back on for years to come.
Absolutely. It was a really fun jaunt.
I
Yeah.
think what you're trying to say is we get bored very easily and we need more stuff to talk about.
No fooling. But that said, ladies and gentlemen, see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Whenever that is.